Happy 4th of July, everyone. Happy birthday to the United States of America. I love my country. I believe that it is an experiment in freedom. It's an experiment in freedom because some of those colonists, those original 13 colonies, were founded by people who, fleeing religious persecution, came here looking for the space to be able to worship God the best way that they knew how. And so they enshrined in the DNA of the country this freedom, in the First Amendment, this freedom. I think that freedom recognizes a truth that God has created us to be free so that we might exercise the virtue of faith, to freely choose to love God and to say yes to his invitation to the truth and all the goodness that's there. Where we run into trouble is that sometimes we take freedom and we make it the highest good in our minds, right? We consider it the highest of all goods, and it's not. We take the freedom that we have that is really meant to serve our human flourishing, the growth of virtue. We take that freedom, we make it the top good, and then often the things that we wind up in freedom tolerating, those things we tolerate turn around and impose themselves back on us again. We see this especially in what Pope Francis calls dangerous ideological colonization. Dangerous ideological colonization. Now, usually Pope Francis is talking about gender ideologies and unfettered access to abortion and birth control, but it can be applied to almost everything once you take freedom and make it the highest of all goods instead of human flourishing. So I think the way out of this then, the way around that problem for us as Americans, because we still get to make choices for how our country is going to be run, we still get to make, this is a country still governed by us, right, is to take freedom and recognize the wonderful good that it is and to recognize exactly where it goes in the hierarchy of all those good things, especially in regards to how we're going to raise our young, right? Especially in regards to those people who aren't yet able to make a lot of good choices for themselves. So those younger people, for babies in the womb, for young people, recognize that they're the ones who need to come to understand, maybe more than adults even, that freedom has its place and that it ought to be something which orients us towards becoming the men and women that God has made us to be. If we can do that, then I believe that this experiment in freedom will be a successful one. So happy 4th of July, and God bless America, and amen.